Alright, so this is my practice for Monday. So first, boys and girls, you're going to start by getting this sheet of paper to draw a name tag on it, okay? So you're going to write your name, you're going to draw some fun pictures of yourself, maybe some, just make sure it's very colorful, okay? And that it reflects who you are. Alright, so everyone made a name tag. Thumbs up when you're done. Everyone's thumb up. James, you done? Good. Molly, done? Awesome. Alright, so boys and girls, I'm Shauna and that's Christian, and this week our theme is up, up, and away. So if everyone can look out the window and look into the sky, you'll see that there's a lot of objects. So what types of objects do we see usually during the daytime? Right, so we see birds sometimes in the sky, we see clouds. What else do we see? Rain sometimes. We see the sun. Awesome. We see airplanes, helicopters, lots and lots of different things that we see. Okay, so for our first big activity, what I want us to do is to introduce ourselves to the theme. I'm going to be making a T-chart. So the T-chart, we're just going to do a straight line here, and we're going to have objects that I see at night and objects that we see in the daytime. And boys and girls, I'm just going to write down your ideas of objects that we see at night and objects that we see in the sky during day. So does anyone have any objects that we see at night? Okay, Molly, yes. Stars, okay, so stars. What else do we see at night? Moon, right, awesome. What else? Yes, James? Clouds, awesome. All right, and what kinds of objects do we see in the daytime? Sun, good. What else? Wind, awesome. Flies, good. What else? Birds, awesome. Airplanes. Oh, I like that one. Helicopters. So there's lots and lots of things that we see during the daytime and during the nighttime. Okay, great brainstorm, everyone. So now that I've got into the theme up, up, and away, I'm going to go over our reading and writing strategy. So our reading strategy for this week is retelling stories. So boys and girls, the learning goal that we have is we are learning how to retell stories. So you need to create some success criteria in order to ensure that we are able to retell stories. So what kinds of things should stories include when we're retelling a story? What kinds of things should our summary include? Right, so we should have a beginning, middle, and end when we're retelling a story. You must identify the characters, the problem, the solution, the plot, and the setting. And you also have to make sure that you sequence in the events and include a lot of good details when you're telling a story, right? So you want to include the main idea and you want to provide a lot of examples. Let's look at our writing strategy. So what is our writing strategy for this week? Our writing strategy is recounts. So in order to write effective recounts, what do we have to do in order to be successful? Okay, so I can use sequence words, right? I have a main idea. I have a beginning, middle, and end in my recount. And I have a main idea, and I have provided details and examples to support my main idea. Awesome. Okay, so we've talked about retelling a story and recounts. So now we're going to go over the literacy centers that we have for this week. So we have the daily 5. This week it's going to be a bit different. There's going to be structure, okay? So at the guided reading table with Christian, we're going to have 4 students there. You're each going to be reading your own books with Christian. While you're with Christian, after you've read your story, you're going to retell the story to Christian so that you can practice including details and identifying characters, settings, plots in your story. And then after that, you're going to do a recount. So you're going to use a graphic organizer and write a recount of the story. Okay, so that's your guided reading table. Then at Read to Self, you're going to be practicing your reading fluency. So you're going to be reading to yourself, and you're going to be filling out what's called a recount report. Okay, so you're going to have to give a recount of the story that you read. You're going to have to identify the characters, and you're going to have to include important details. Okay, so that's Read to Self. Work on writing. So our theme is what? Up, up, and away. And we just talked about how there are objects in the sky during the daytime and objects during the sky at nighttime. So your job is to list 15 objects that you see in the sky. It can be during daytime and during nighttime. And after you're doing that, after you've finished brainstorming your 15 items, if you finish early, you're going to practice writing sight words that are related to the unit. So some of them might be like a hot air balloon, sky, just all these words that are related to our theme, up, up, and away. Then we have a listen to reading, which means we're going to have iPads, okay? And you're going to be listening to someone else read. You're going to go on the free thing, Magic Keys. And then we also have work on words, where you're going to be identifying words that are related to up, up, and away, and you're going to be sorting them into either the noun or verb category, okay? So remember, a noun is a person, place, or thing, and a verb is an action. Does anyone have any questions? So you're going to have about 10 minutes at each center. Good. Any others? Okay, so if you finish early, you can either read or color. At 10:15, we're going to stop because we have to brainstorm some classroom rules since this is a new week. Okay, perfect. So that was my practice.